Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Chris Nelson. I'm an abstract expressionist artist based in Northern Ontario, and join me while I start this new painting for my collection. And while I'm painting this, I will tell you about why having multiple art styles within your practice is important. So this painting is a part of my nostalgia series, and I will be showing you the final result at the end, so definitely stick around and let me know what you think. But this one is about sharing a mortgage with someone and how that is now seen as a luxury. So this is kind of like more of a upper middle class neighborhood, and I have my Jeep passing by, and then I'm always putting words in this collection. So you'll see at the end what I put and let me know if you know what it means. Okay, so let's talk about why having subgenres of styles within your practice is important. So throughout my artist journey, I have experimented with multiple different styles, but I feel like they are still parts of me, and I've taken each bit of that style I have done in the past and put it into my new work. And I switched towards doing full abstract, so there's no representation of what is being shown. It's more based on emotions and intuition. And then I also do my expressionism pieces, kind of like the one I'm doing right now, where there is objects that you can represent, but they're abstracted and not at scale. And it deals more with symbolism, but I still have my abstraction in those pieces. So I would say abstraction is my bread and butter. It's what I learned to do first and what I enjoy, but I have expanded the abstraction to more representation in my art. But I've experimented with full abstraction, abstracted flowers. I've done kind of like abstracted landscapes, abstracted portraits, but I still feel like they're all a part of me. And so when someone sees my work, it doesn't really matter what the subject matter is, it still looks like a piece done by Chris Nelson. So if you're just starting off in painting, your styles are going to look vastly different. So you're going to be experimenting, but every painting is not going to look like it has a voice, if that makes sense. Like when I first started, I was experimenting with all these different styles, which is really important to find your voice. So once you find your voice or your artistic style that represents who you are as an artist, when you start switching your subgenre within your art practice, it still looks like you because your voice is still present in everything you do. You do the same marks, you use the same tools, you might like the same color palette. The way you use your brush and your art materials is almost like a signature with pen and paper. So why it's important to continually be switching through your subgenres is because you're going to get bored. If you go viral with a painting style, say you're just doing portraits and they all have this same kind of style, which there is artists who have gone viral who are now like kicking themselves, your audience is going to expect you to do that same style over and over and over again. But if you're continually switching through your subgenres, you're going to have more followers that like you as an artist and your voice. So they're not going to care if you switch to portraits, to landscapes, to expressionism, to abstract. It's because they like you. So you may be like me, where you've tried to force yourself to stay with a subgenre style, and you're like, I'm going to do a series of 20 paintings, but by the time you hit like 6 paintings in this series you want to make, you're like itching to get out of it and try something new. So the way I work around that is if I work on my expressionism pieces and I get through, 3 or 4 and I want to switch to abstract, I allow myself. So you're basically making 2 collections at once. But if I did want to show these abstracted pieces with my expressionism pieces, I think they would look good together. They look like me. Obviously, one is representational and the other one's fully abstracted, but it still has the same voice. I just don't like when you're put in a box of that you're just an abstract painter, or you're just an expressionism painter, or you're just a landscape painter. I don't like that, and a lot of shows that you apply for, they want to see your body of work. So I do group them, and I just show them one subgenre when I do apply, because they may look at this and see that you're all over the place, but that's just who I am as an artist, and a lot of artists are like that. But at the end of the day, if I have 2 collections going at once, I can always just show one collection of my style at one show, and then I can show the fully abstracted paintings at another show. And depending where you apply, you can just put them together, and that may be okay. But just keep in mind that some shows, they might expect you to be in one of those sub styles that you're working on, and to maybe work on 2 or 3 collections of your styles at once. Also, by working in your sub styles, you keep the excitement going in your art. You get to explore different materials, different subject matters, different color palettes. You just are more of a well-rounded artist when you allow yourself to expand past what you're comfortable with. So yeah, I hope that little pep talk helps you to not feel bad about switching styles as you're working on your paintings. I think there's your voice in every painting you do. Subscribe and like this channel if you enjoyed this video, and I'll show you now where I ended up with this painting. So this is the final result, kind of this childlike view of what I think an upper class suburbia would be. There's my Jeep, and it's nighttime, so there's some stars and the moon, and it says, "I will be your dink," which is, kind of funny, but it means I will be your double income, no kids, and I'm looking for that. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next Saturday for the next video.